welcome back, and I'll continue the session of the level one part two. This is from current slide. So risk and reward. What is risk actually? That we will define in a very few sessions. But any which ways, because I don't want to, since I don't want to keep on saying you risk reward, which is really not interesting to anybody, even to me, but which is really very important in saving your, protecting your capital and all. That is the reason. So I'll not continuously give you, tell you something about risk and reward. In between, and maybe I'll change the version. I'll discuss something else. But this is about basically this video is about risk and reward ratio. So without risk and money management principles, any foundations of trading, you cannot be a good trader. So this is once again, it's very important. By having knowledge, yeah, if you're really very good knowledgeable person in trading, maybe you can become a good advisor, but you cannot make money. That is the reason in YouTube and all, if you wanted to see, you will have millions of, not only in YouTube, even in Google. If you say there are many advisors, but who will not trade, he will say, okay, buy this at this profit and all. That is advising, because they are knowledgeable, but they are not traders. Knowledge, all knowledgeable persons can advise, because advice is free of cost, but trading is something which is difficult, because they need to understand their risk levels and they need to control their emotions. Trading is a practical approach of making money. Advising is impractical approach of making money. I'll advise you and ask you some money, and you will give me money. That's so simple. Remember, it's more important to control risk than to maximize profits. Okay, if there are lot big profits, don't get impressed. You need to get impressed by controlling the loss. A professional trader always is good at controlling his loss, but not at maximizing his profits. When you're that's what, no, people say that if you're in cricket, if you're playing defense, at times you will hit sixers, but if you're at starting, you play sixes and all, you'll become out very fast. And this is not a one day match, this is a long term match for us. So this is, we need to be in the pitch for a longer period of time, not a short period of time. So again, risk is very important. You can be right 100 times, becomes very wealthy, and then can wipe off. Okay, so yeah, as you said, as I said, it's very important that one lost trade can wipe off all your wealth. So lost trades, controlling lost trades is very professional, very important. All right, let's go to the next slide, and I'll discuss about the quality of a professional trader. If you wanted to become a professional trader, become a professional trader. If you wanted to take advices from a trader, see these qualities in a professional trader. I'm not recommending, I'm not promoting my business here. Please, gentlemen, and try to understand. If you wanted to go for a very good professional trader, at least see these qualities in your trader. He should be able to take profits, very good. He should be able to talk loss. This is very important, and should be able to eliminate fear. He should not see whenever I have a loss, or whenever you're a trader, you're a professional trader, or you, if you're a trader, if you have loss, check yourself whether you're afraid of things or not. And you should understand, everybody should understand that trading is really different from gambling. It's not a gambling. Any business without planning is gambling. All business with planning is a business. Yeah, that's what I say. Everything in life is gambling unless it's planned. If it's not planned, it's gambling. Take a break once in a while. Okay, today you got maybe some profit, some X amount of profit. I don't want to tell the amount, because 100 rupees profit for a person is very good, and 1000 rupees for a profit is very, of a person to other person is might be good as well. The same quantity. So profits, if you're getting profits or loss, don't commit yourself that no, today 9:15 a.m. my Indian market starts, I have to get involved in trading and all. So a professional trader does not do this. He will take a break. Okay, I don't want to trade today. What is there tomorrow? There is opportunity. Day after tomorrow, trading is a bucket of opportunities. You can take the opportunities anytime. So it's not mandatory that for you to definitely get involved in trading for that day. A professional trader generally takes a break. Okay, these are the main basic qualities of a professional trader. Okay, again, I'm going to the risk-based analysis. As I told you, since it's boring, I'm coming step by step. So 1, 2, 3 exit is a very, very important in your risk analysis part. If your risk is say R, whatever rupees or whatever amount, and if target is reached, if your target is something, then at least book 50% of your holdings and hold 50% for the more targets and less risk. Okay, this is an example. If you buy 800, if you wanted to see this example and understand very clearly, pause your video and watch this. If you buy 800 shares with a stop loss of $5, and if your profit is $5, book 50% shares at profit. Now you can hold the remaining 400 shares. It's very simple. It's very straightforward example. So just read it. So always this is called 1, 2, 3 exit. And if you do all this 1, 2, 3 exit consistently, then it is very good as per the financial analysis. So, and balanced stocks can be exited at technical target. I'll discuss about technical target. I'll discuss about technical stop loss as well. And see, I already in WhatsApp group, you might have seen that we bought a share for $5 and it went to $100. It's not one time, it's maybe 3 or 4 times. These are called jackpot trades. But people may ask question themselves, why am I not getting jackpot trades? Jackpot trades are not regular. They are sometimes they arise. That those opportunities are very rare, but there are certain opportunities which will definitely arise. But you need to have a correct trading system in place. Then only you will have these jackpot trades. You will not have regularly. So don't expect that yesterday I got a jackpot trade, so okay, today also I need to get it. No, it's not possible. Okay, I will not tell you about this thing. I already told you. Okay, this is one very, very important. You'll get these things in MBA finance and all. This is called 2C positional type sizing. Okay, in the great financial analysis, even in the bankers, mutual funds, everybody follow this. So at least your capital is not lost. This if you follow this. Okay. Okay. Anyways, first when you're a new trader, I'll go for this. First, when you're a new trader, you will do paper trading. You will write on the paper, okay, this stock I bought it and this thing and all. So now, once you're familiar with paper trading, go for virtual trading, virtual money. There are many brokers who will give, like imaginary money, and you can trade so that you will have a practice. This is all for newbies. Then you will go for 0.1% of your capital risk. Then you can go for 2% of your capital risk. I'll discuss about these things very soon. Okay, now risk 2C position sizing. In a single trade, your value at risk should not exceed more than 2%. This is very, very important. If your capital is $100,000, 100,000 units, then in a single trade, you should not risk how much? 2% of your capital, which is $2,000. So value at risk should be less than or equal to 2%. As I told you in the previous slide, if you're very new, start your trading with 0.1% C, which is 100 rupees. No problem, but you'll practice trading. You're a trainee here. Here you are becoming a professional trader. If you're, I mean, like not a mid-term trader. Okay, so value at risk should not be 2% of your capital. So, as I told you, suppose your capital is 5%, then your $500,000. Then your risk should not be more than 10K in a single trade. For example, you are doing 10 trades at a time with this $500,000. Then also each trade should not lose $1,000, so which is 10,000. In a single trade, you should not lose more than 10K. The remaining capital will be idle. For all my clients, I'll keep all the capital idle. I'll not take any amount of risk because I don't want the capital to be lost. And I follow this very strictly. The remaining capital will be idle, but you should not use it. How I use this capital in different ways to generate income, that is not out of the scope of this video. Okay, and this is what risk is always equal to entry minus stop. Stop is what? Stop loss. Okay, this we can easily understand. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section, or you can ask in the WhatsApp group as well. At any point, you cannot lose more than 10% of C. That means you have become more professional trader. Okay, let us have from 2%, you can risk up to 10% of your capital. At any point, this is 10%. If you're really, really very aggressive trader, you will feel that no, I have become very highly professional in trading now. Okay, risk up to 10%, but not more than that. At any cost of time, you should never risk more than 10% of your capital. Okay, that means $100,000. If you invested 10,000 is your risk. If you lose more than 10,000, that means you're in the wrong track. Okay, people with lesser amounts of capital can go up to, for example, yeah, sorry. The more your capital is, the risk percentage should be lesser. If I There are people who invest $10 million, so they can never go for 2%. Even less than 2% is good. If I'm going for only 10,000, then I can go for a higher risk. Okay, because the amount is very small. Of course, small or big is decided by the individual itself. Okay, first initially go for 2% of the capital as risk, and then if you succeed, go for 3%, 4%, and up to 5%. During training, if you're a newbie, completely go with 0.1% of C. Okay, what is technical loss and risk level stop loss? This is something very important again. I'll explain in this thing. Technical stop loss and risk based stop loss.